Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. There's Melanie. I wondered where you been. Hey, Melanie, what's up, everybody? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Y'all got me? Good evening. Good day to you. Hello. Hey, Sally. We'll give it just a minute. Got a couple of people trying to get in. By the way, when y'all place one of them big orders in the e-store, you get some of these new Faithfully Fit stickers. That's right. So these little stickers, see, controlling your eating behaviors, eating with more awareness requires stopping in your tracks and asking yourself, what are the invisible side items that come with what I'm about to put in my mouth? Because a lot of this is just compulsive eating behaviors. It's just compulsion. And in order to stop that, we have to become more aware. It's kind of like driving a vehicle. We'll get started in just a minute, waiting on some people to get in here. It's kind of like driving a vehicle. It really is. You know, you've been driving a while, you're an experienced driver, you make it from work to home, home to work. Sometimes you don't even remember how you got there, but you got there safe. It's just compulsive behavior. You with me? Sometimes you got to stop. When I was losing weight, y'all, one of the tricks that I would do with myself, I don't know if I've ever known anybody else do it. I've been giving this advice for 20 years, and I don't know if anybody's ever did it. But one of the things that I did, number one, I changed the light bulb out for a blue light because the color blue immediately takes the hunger away. For example, if you take some piping hot grits, this is one of our advanced classes all of a sudden. You take some piping hot white grits with butter. If you like grits, I mean, you like, oh, I'm hungry. But if you put some blue food coloring in those grits, you don't want them anymore. It's a psychological thing. We're hardwired that way. And I also would I used to be over 300 pounds. If you're new here, I was over 300 pounds. And now this morning I weighed 186 pounds. I was at 44% body fat. And now I'm at 11% body fat. So the program works. But one of the things I did, because I had a habit in the evening of going to the fridge, I'd get in the fridge and couldn't get out. Anybody else have that problem? So what I did was I would take the picture of me, the sloppiest picture I could find, the one that I didn't feel represented my higher self, one of them that I wasn't proud of, and I would put it right there in the fridge. Has anybody tried that yet? I promise you open that pantry or fridge and you see that person, because see, that's not who you are, by the way. That's not who you are. That's why when you look in the mirror, and you hurt, you know what I'm saying? When you're not in the shape that you want to be, and you look in the mirror and it's like, that's not me, is it? Has that happened to you? You look in the mirror and you go, is that me? Oh no, what did I do? See, that's not you. That's not you. And the world's trying to normalize it so that you will be further and further removed from your higher self, your highest and best self, that one that does its best to imitate King Jesus. So you can start tonight. But anyway, in some of the orders from the Shibby shop, we're going to start putting some of these Diet Devil stickers. We put these on stuff in the house to shake ourselves before we eat it. We've even started putting it on anything in the house that has toxins in it. So just wanted to let you know that if you get these in your Shibby shop order, that's what they're for. That's what they're for. We're not just a weight loss program. We're a behavior modification program, because it takes a full, comprehensive approach to changing our lives. That's why we teach the 4 pillars of wellness. We teach the faith element. You got to have the faith. We teach the nutrition education component. We teach the exercise component. And we teach the supplementation component. And we do our best to lead by example. And I hope that you'll join me in that effort, in that movement to lead by example and help save our brothers and sisters' lives, help them to live a better life. I feel myself getting a little fired up now. How many of you is all about that? We live in a selfish world, don't we? Very selfish. But we as persons don't have to be that way. We don't have to have the attitude, if we can't beat them, let's join them. Dog eat world. Let's show this world love. How many of you will join me in showing this world love and positivity to the best of your ability? That don't mean you'll be perfect, but you'll even show yourself grace to show them how that works. But let's join together and show this old world what it's like to really show, to be non-judgmental and to love. You know how we do that? We start with love of self. I'm not talking about an arrogant, conceited, narcissistic love. No. I'm talking about taking care of ourselves and valuing ourselves. That's an indicator that you value others. That's an indicator that you value other people. And let's join and do that. All right, let's start with it tonight. Okay, do we have any new people here? Anybody new? First class or two? Hey, Dana, good to have you. Priscilla, good to have you. So we start a new fast track group every week. And it doesn't matter if you jump in Tuesday or Wednesday, none of that matters to me, because it's really good in the beginning to hear this repetitiously for a few weeks. Use me as support too. Use me as accountability and support as well. But it's really good to go through it a few times. So it doesn't matter when you drop in the first time, because there's a lot to learn. It's not as hard as you might think after a class or two. But if you'll stay with it, you'll be a champ like Dr. Murphy is there. Elizabeth, a good friend of mine, you'll be like her. You'll start learning this stuff, and it'll just click. The light switch will come on, and your life will be changed. You won't need pills. You won't need potions, Francine. You won't need gimmicks. In fact, if you'll stay with me for a few weeks, you'll be able to sit around any table in the world with any expert, and probably you might not know the big words they know, but when you get done with them, they'll be Googling to see if you were right. I mean, we really teach what matters, and we leave all the other stuff off. All the clickbait stuff, we leave that off. We get down to the nitty-gritty in here, and we teach a lifestyle. Now, I'm going to start with this tonight instead of finishing up with it. Let me show you where I need you to go, and then I'm going to teach you a lesson. So when you go to our website, myshibboleth.com, and you log in, and you get you a username and a password. Doesn't cost you anything, costs me something. Is that fair? It's going to cost me. It's not going to cost you. You're paying with your time and your attention, and you're going to click dashboard, and then you're going to start with Kim Dankey's Fast Track. Kim and I are going to teach you the Fast Track program together. You're going to lose, with strict adherence, you're going to lose up to 10% of your body weight in less than a month. If you stick strictly to it, you'll probably do that in 2 weeks. And Kim and I are going to lead you and guide you. We're tag team partners. Any of you people ever watch wrestling? Ain't got too many dudes here, but Kim and I are like the road warriors. I'm Animal and she's Hawk. How about that? And you can lose up to 10% of your body weight in your first 30 days. And then after that, it'll be about 1% of your body weight, because after we get your body metabolizing energy right, you're going to be burning this stuff. Now, this stuff comes off slower, but this is when the inches come off. So this is how much space 1 pound of fat takes up on the body. Everybody say it's got to go. It just jiggles and itches. We want to preserve our muscle. The life and health of the flesh is in the blood. Does the excess fat on our body need blood flow? No, it don't do nothing but jiggle and itch, and it's got to go. It's going to go fast too. Hey, before I talk about Kim Dankey's fast track, let me tell you something else. I like to dispel the myths. This is all I do. It's all I know. I don't know anything else. I'm not good at much else. I have a hard enough time changing the oil manually in the car or changing the tire because I've dedicated so much time to this. And I love to dispel the myths. Have y'all ever heard this? If you lose it too fast, you'll put it all back on. Have y'all ever heard this? You better lose it slow. Have you heard that? Did you know that there are real world university studies that set out to prove that? They set out to prove it. And you know what they found? Right the opposite. Right the opposite is what they found. People that lose it fast do put their weight back on often. People that lose it slow do put their weight back on often. There was no correlation. In fact, the people that lost weight and kept it off forever, which group do you think they were in? The one that lost it fast or the ones that started slow? Fast. Blew them away. Look at me. Look at me. How many people do y'all know right now? I'm going to tell you why. Stay with me. How many people do y'all know right? And we'll teach nutrition. Y'all stay with old brother Travis for just a minute. Look at the people you know in Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. Look at me. Look at me. How many people do you know that really lost their weight and kept it off? It's not many. Not many people do it. Not many do it. Look at me. Look at Sasha. Y'all, I lost 44 pounds in less than 6 weeks. I lost more than 100 pounds in less than 6 months. And I've kept it off. Usually the ones that lose it fast and lose it healthfully keep it off. Because real change, hear me out, real change is an epiphany moment. It's a seminal moment in your life. Think about this. Teaching moment. It's a seminal moment in your life. Think about Jacob. Yes, ma'am. We will get to the nutrition if you'll hang with me. That's one thing about now having Facebook ads. We ain't never had to do that. It went organic, but now they've silenced me. And we have Facebook ads. People don't know what they're coming for, but I teach it all, but you got to bear with me. Please. Y'all tell her, please bear with him. I'll teach nutrition. I promise you. But look, I can give you the diets all day long. Can I not? And it's one thing to know what to do. Another thing to do what you know. Think about Jacob. Jacob had a name, Jacob. His name was Jacob. And Jacob, once upon a time, he wrestled an angel. And he told that angel, he said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. And the angel of the Lord reached down there and knocked his hip socket out of joint. And the Bible said that Jacob, but he blessed him. And the Bible says that Jacob never walked the same again. That's my story too. And the Bible says that he was given a new name, wasn't he? Israel. He was not the same. Change. And it was massive. The Apostle Paul, he was on his way to Damascus, lived his life a certain way his entire life. And a great light shone about him and knocked him down to his knees. He had to do business with Jesus for 3 days, Saul. And he had a Saul to Paul conversion. Was it massive action? It was massive action. If you think fiddle farting around with this thing is going to get it done, you're going to be in the minority that ever lose weight and keep it off. Can I get an amen? Somebody just heard truth in their heart. Did he tell that man that lay at the pool of Bethsaida? Did he tell him, now when you feel your legs getting stronger, you get up, honey. Little by little, day by day. Was it massive action? How many of you is hearing some truth right now? Was it massive action? Did he just get up and take his bed up? What about that little feller that had never walked over there at the gate of the temple called Beautiful, asking alms of Peter, James, and John? And Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have, I give you. In the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. And he rose up and walked. He went away leaping and shouting. Real change, one takes massive action and it's fast. Now, here's the difference. What we teach here will be healthy. Okay, if you follow Shibboleth, it'll be healthy. Here's a type of massive action that's not healthy. And this is not a reflection on anybody here. It's not a reflection on anyone here. Weight loss surgery. The world ought not do people that way. That's a money grab. Bless their hearts. I'm your friend. If you go get it tomorrow, I'm still going to help you. But you have got to learn to eat right. That is a massive action play. That's losing it fast and losing it unhealthy, and you will gain it back. But if you follow the principles of Shibboleth, you get nothing but healthy, invisible side items. Massive action. How many of you ready to take massive action? It doesn't matter. Don't do wait. I already know what the devil's going to tell you before you raise your hands. You thinking, but yesterday I didn't do good. I'm afraid I won't do good tomorrow. That's not you talking, sis. That's the enemy. Stop touching and agreeing with the enemy. Every time we get a thought, that thought doesn't mean that it's your thought. Do y'all hear me? That thought doesn't mean that it's your thought. Don't speak it out loud. You are touching and agreeing with the enemy. You with me? Don't do that. Come up with a why that's greater than temptation. Decide what you want. What did Jacob want? Jacob wanted the blessing. Jacob wanted the birthright. You got to know what you want. See, Esau didn't know what he wanted. So in the moment of weakness, he sold his birthrights for a little bowl of food. Shame, shame. Which one do you want to be tonight? Let's do this thing, everybody. Now, tonight is lesson 2. But what I need you to do this week before Thursday is go in here to the dashboard. Here's your dashboard. And I want you to go to Fast Track. All this other stuff is for my members. Okay, you're a member too. If you signed up for free, we're gonna love you like you paid $7,500. That's how much we're gonna love you. But we got to start with limited variety. That doesn't mean there's not much variety. It means we don't open up the big website for you yet. We don't want you to get confused. Now, Thursday, we're going to take the test, pass the test, and earn our Fast Track badge. We're going to install the proper foundation for weight loss and wellness nutrition. And you need to go through the laps, go through all of the laps and make sure you know how to navigate the site. I want you to journal. Now, if this is your first week, you may be collecting data this week. You may be sharpening the axe. You may be sharpening the axe and preparing for Monday. Next Monday is your start date as far as the food you eat, because when you leave Thursday, you're going to have a great meal plan. Did everybody get the meal ideas I sent out that helped me lose 44 pounds in 6 weeks? And that's just a few. Ashley, Sasha sent them again. Might want to check with her. Sasha, if you can hear my old loud voice, still have some of them saying they didn't get it. Please check your spam folder and promotional folders. Was that laid out well? Did y'all get, those of you that got it? Did it make sense to you? It's just Shibboleth simple, isn't it? Just Shibboleth simple. Gets anybody started. Make sure, Sasha, babe, if you will, that Francine and everybody has it. If y'all have some, if y'all have some input on how to make that more simple, let me know. But it's pretty simple. You just follow the rules. But what I'm trying to do is get it down in your heart. So you're going to watch Kim's amazing videos, short videos. Watch them all. By Thursday, we want you right here. We're going to do it together. We're going to celebrate together. These are short videos. She's broke it down for you, so you ain't listening to my long diatribes. What is the fat bus? What are condiments? This is how you're going to learn it. With me, Kim and I are bookends in this process. You've also got your food library, which is a limited list, but it's a lot. Here's your list. Go ahead and start favoriting the foods that you like, so that when we get into meal planning, we don't have to worry about the ones you don't like. Is there any questions from anyone about where you should start or what you should do? And then I'm going to teach. Any questions? We got time for a little Q&A. If you've got any questions, you hit that Q&A button and ask away. Lisa says, I take it back. I'm not slow with weight loss. It is going fast. I still come and compare myself. That's right. 1% of your weight lost every week is fast. Awesome, Francine. Awesome. How many pounds are we as a group going to try to lose in 30 days? 500. 500. Let's touch it. Y'all ready? In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, let's touch and agree. Everybody visualize as a group, collectively, asking in Jesus' name without wavering. Let's touch and agree in spirit with energy, 500 pounds for this group in 30 days. Boom. We can do it. Now, let's talk about the thermic effect of food and our categories. In summary, it takes 3 days to get in efficient fat burning mode. True or false? That's false. Takes 2 days. Water. All I need every day is a quart of water to have a perfect day. That's false. Need a half a gallon up to a gallon. In order to have a perfect day, I should avoid tap water and I should drink distilled water. That's false. We just need wet water. I don't care what kind it is in the beginning. We'll fine tune this engine as we move forward. All right. Next. It is okay. It's perfectly acceptable to write down all of my foods on a perfect day, but on a holiday, I should just put a big X on my journal. That's not what we do. It's more important to log your emotions and feelings on a holiday than even a perfect day. That's when we can really make progress. See, we don't make progress without pain. Here I go. I'm on my soapbox today. This culture that we live in, I don't know that many of us have any idea what's in store for us. And it ain't good. It doesn't have to be bad if we become aware. Do you think that your culture, the leadership, the deep state, no, do you think that the medical, they don't want you sick. It's not that, but they're incentivized for you to remain sick and to seek the treatments. You know, that's why our entire society is geared toward pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Too much pleasure will make you sicker than too much pain. The lack of stress will cause a premature death quicker than too much stress. What we need is balance. But the thing is, we're all such pleasure seekers all the time. We can be in no pain, but think ourselves to be suffering if we're not living in pleasure all the time. No one changes anything when they're in pleasure all the time. Every radical transformation that you've encountered this far in your life was started by some moment of discomfort. So your discomfort with your weight right now is not a bad thing. It's not even a curse. It's a blessing if you'll rise up. It has the potential to alter the course of your life. Pleasure all the time becomes tedious, tasteless. I know we think we want pleasure, and certainty all the time, but in fact, you don't. You can't thrive in that environment. You need the mountaintop, but you also need the valley to grow. You may be in a point in life where you think, I don't even want to have to put forth the effort. That's how you die. We want to live. We want to thrive. So doing the hard work necessary to lose weight is a blessing. Count it all joy that the scales have fallen from your eyes and you're not happy with what you're seeing in the mirror, and let's do something about it. And all we're doing is eating. We're eating delicious foods. We're still eating hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza, ice cream, chips. We're just eating a different kind and in a different way. We need to journal all that. Get in touch with, why did I do that? Why in this moment was I in pain and feeling anxiety or stress or fear, and I turned to food or alcohol or whatever it is? Write all that stuff down. Get in touch with it. Stop doing it compulsively. Journal. That journal will help you. It only takes a few minutes a day. Food combinations. We eat the right food combinations because, true or false, that promotes a better bowel movement. Is that why we eat in the right combinations? Is that the primary reason? What's the primary reason for understanding food combinations? Food combinations help us control the fat bus. The fat bus is the fat bus does. When the fat bus shows up and we don't neutralize it, we cannot efficiently burn fat. It accelerates appetite, it stores fat, and it stops your fat burn. It also destroys your mitochondria. We teach that in advanced class. Not good. Not good at all. You must control insulin. True or false? I can lose fat in a 24-hour period, but the scales show that my weight went up, but yet I lost fat. True or false? The scales can go up, but I could have lost fat. Very true. This is so critical to your success, you understanding this point that we all just made together. You can be losing fat and temporarily the scales show an increase. And then people will quit. You do not lose fat in ounces. In pounds, you lose it in ounces. There are 3,500 calories stored in a pound of fat. It takes up twice the space on the body as does a pound of muscle. True or false? Muscle weighs more than fat. That's false. They weigh the same thing. A pound is a pound. It's just that fat takes up a lot more space on the body. True or false? A pound of muscle stores 900 calories. Good job, Charles. Good job, everybody. 600. Now watch this. Let me show you something before we get into the thermic effect of food. Watch this. Everybody ready? Everybody say, I'm ready. Let's be annoyingly positive. Everybody's, I'm ready. All right. So this is a pound of fat. This is a pound of muscle. How much space it takes up. Watch this, everybody. This is, let's do it. Let's have some more fun with it than that. This is my, do you want a metabolism like a Volkswagen or do you want one like a Hemi? It's a Hemi. Which metabolism y'all want? You want a Volkswagen or you want a Hemi? It's a Hemi. So we got to put us a gear stick here, put some fire on it. Boom. We got us it's a Hemi. Vroom, 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 vroom. Now, let's say that our calories in, calories out, we're even Steven. Let's say that you burn 1,700 calories a day at rest and you took in 1,700. Basically, we're going to stay the same, right? We're not going to lose fat. We're not going to lose muscle. Now, there's more to it than that. If you're eating the wrong kind of calories, even though your calories are well balanced, because you're diminishing your metabolic rate, you could gain weight. But we won't get into that. That's advanced class. But all things being equal, we're not losing. But we want to lose body fat, right? We've got excess body fat. Is it okay if I just teach from the heart, even if I get off the categories? Is that okay? As long as I cover it all before Thursday? Go with what I feel on my heart that we might need. Listen to the Holy Spirit. Listen to my higher self. All right. So you got excess fat, you got reserve fat, and you got essential fat. True or false? We have to have essential fat or we'll go into starvation mode. That's true. Here's one of the reasons I take peak performance. If I don't get in all of the essential nutrients, a lot of them are fat soluble and stored in my fat. So if I'm not getting them in, true or false, my body will lose body fat sluggishly. A lot of y'all are working hard, but you're not filling in your nutrient deficiencies with vitamins and minerals and amino acids that are high absorption, and you're sluggish. Watch this. While I've got excess fat, if I've got excess body fat and I don't eat enough calories during the day, I'll go into starvation mode. True or false? That's false. Brother, sister, I'm telling you right now, if you've got a lot of excess fat, you need not tell me that you're starving to death, because Brother Travis is probably going, not meaning to, accidentally hurt your feelings. This is calories, and you have excess calories stored in you're not fat, you're just carrying around a lot of extra energy. And it's got to go. We're not worried about no starvation. You think you're starving to death? Then I know they all tell you that. I know they do. You just get naked, NEKKED, and go in there and look in the mirror and start jumping up and down, and then tell me you're starving to death. You're not starving to death. I wasn't starving to death. You need enough protein to preserve your muscle, so you ain't starving to death. You're not starving to death until you get down to that essential fat. Then you going into starvation mode to preserve your life. Does that make sense? How many of you is just like, I just heard truth? I love doing that too, because we know the truth when we hear it. People telling people that's got 100 extra pounds that you need to eat more, you going into starvation mode. Now, that ain't never made sense to you, has it? That ain't never made sense to you. But we believe it. I remember the first time I went to a physical trainer. I I wasn't doing this program, and I was trying everything to lose the weight, and I was lagging behind. And I said, I just don't have no energy today. Reckon it had anything to do with me carrying around 130 extra pounds? And he said, well, what are you eating? And I said, well, I'm eating this and this. And he said, you ain't eating enough. You need to eat 6 meals a day. You'll have more energy. Boy, that was just what a big boy wanted to hear. That's just what Big Travis wanted to hear. Wasn't what my real self wanted to hear, my authentic self you see in him now. But goodness, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Let me reward myself with some food. I'd leave there and I'd go to Planet Smoothie. There's a little place called Planet Smoothie. I'd go in there and I'd give me that bodybuilder smoothie. And I started putting that weight back on like they was no tomorrow. That big old sugar bomb with about 100 grams of sugar. Have y'all, listen, I'm all over the place, but you guys, I'm gonna warn you. Have you seen them palm drinks? Have you seen them palm drinks at the grocery store? It says the heart healthy. One of them about that big, 80 grams of sugar. You got so much fat bus coming there. You better quit listening to them. I hate to be like this because it comes across as brass and arrogant. You better start listening to Brother Travis. You better start listening to me. You don't have to listen to me about nothing else, but they're going to kill you with that clickbait and them commercials. Now watch. So we got excess, reserve, and essential, and it takes up a lot more space than that pound of muscle. Now watch what happens. So I go on some diet that has inadequate protein. Let's say it's low calorie. Oh, I know. Let's say it's a point system. And I can eat Twinkies as long as I don't go over my points. I can have an affair with Little Debbie as long as I don't go over my points. Y'all know what I'm talking about, anybody? It's all about calories. As long as I don't go over my points, I can have a hunky bar. All right? Now, you're not getting any real nutrition and you're in a calorie deficit. You had 1,200 calories of hunky bars. And then your metabolism, your hemi, it puts in the clutch and it shifts and it starts burning glycogen. You know where glycogen's stored? Does anybody know where the glycogen's stored? Where the sugar's stored? It's stored in your muscle. Yeah. It's stored all over, but it's stored in your muscle. And so you're in a calorie deficit and your metabolism shifts and starts burning up all that glycogen in your muscle. You think you're losing weight fast. Now stay with me. All of that glycogen, some of y'all gonna go, oh, that makes sense. All of that glycogen, see, your body's a sponge with little cells like a sponge. And what we do is kind of like when we have a holiday, it's like taking our body, our sponge, and dipping that sponge in water. If I take a regular sponge, a light sponge, and I dip it in water and pull it up out of the water, is it heavier? Did it absorb water and is it a lot heavier now? Yeah. Then we take it and we dip it in the sugar. Will the sugar stick to it? Yeah. And then it weighs even more. That's what happens after a holiday. It's heavy now. The only way to get it out is 2 perfect days. You know, I digress for a minute, but I think this will be good that the Lord's giving it to me this way. So after 2 perfect days, after Shibboleth perfect days, after 2 days, how much weight can you lose? Like if you had a holiday, like Charles, Brother Charles lost 10 pounds yesterday. He lost 10 pounds. Here's what happened. He got back on the program and he withheld all that sugar. and his sponge dried out. What would happen with my sponge? If I let the sponge dry and I wring it out, Charles was wringing the sponge out. He's wringing it out and then shook the sugar out. That's how he did that. Do you follow me? But some people diet wrong and their body shifts over and starts burning muscle. Now, if I'm burning muscle, can I burn muscle weight a lot faster than I can burn fat weight? Yeah. Yeah. But as you're burning that muscle, this is a teaching moment. If you're not doing it right, as you burn that muscle, you're losing your life. You're losing metabolism, because muscle can burn 8 to 12 calories per pound per day. Do you know what fat burns? It makes the muscle burn more. Fat will make the muscle burn more calories because you're having to tote it around, but it ain't burning nothing. It's just jiggling and itching. So if we eat incorrectly, if we diet incorrectly, do you think all of these diets in the food pyramid is incentivized to have you burn weight the wrong way? Yes. You're shifting and burning that muscle, and once you start burning muscle, it's bad. You'll lose weight fast in the beginning, but you'll struggle the rest of your life. Think gastric bypass. We can fix that. If you've had weight loss surgery, we can fix it here. But think about that. It's not your fault. You've been lied to. You've been preyed upon instead of people praying for you. You lost all that muscle. And now it's going to be harder than ever because we've lost a lot of weight, but we still got most of the fat. It's not good. Everybody say it's not good. So you got to start talking right too. It's not good. Some things are not good. It's not good. Boo, boo, boo the medical establishment for doing that. Boo. Boo. I think before someone does gastric bypass, that they should require that you go through behavior modification counseling and nutrition education, and that you should lose 30 to 50 pounds before they'll do the surgery. That's what I think. And then you wouldn't need it. You'll go, oh, I got it now. Because you will gain it back. By the way, I digress again. The other day I said I'm going to teach on essential oils. And the other day, Sasha said something about she had some precious stones, and somebody said, that's all witchcraft. And now you calling us witches? I was reading about in heaven. I know what y'all lose weight so fast, it's like magic. But that's the great physician. I was reading about heaven, and there was all kind of precious stones there. I was reading about they brought Jesus frankincense and myrrh, but yet people's on medications calling us witches. Can you believe that, Brother Joseph? They're on medication. Do y'all know what the word pharmaceutical and pharmacology, you know what the root of it is? Pharmakia, witchcraft. But people on medication telling Sasha and I, who's using essential oils, that that's witchcraft. People's lost their ever-living mind. Can somebody say they've lost their ever-living mind? Pharmakia, it's of witchcraft. I use essential oils. I've got my tiger's eye stone that I keep in my pocket. Reach down there and pet on it and remember that the Lord loves me. Call me whatever you want to call me, but the intent of my heart is unto Jesus. We are living in a mixed up world. Everybody say they have lost their minds. Before it's over with, if you stay with me, you're going to quit abusing yourself and acting like you're the enemy. Every time you leave McDonald's, you go, I'm so bad. How many of you have eaten a Big Mac and some nuggets and you said, I'm so bad? You never stopped to think that darn McDonald's, it's bad. Start talking right. I know what I'm talking about now. So anyway, getting back to this. When we follow Shibboleth and we follow the Shibboleth shield for 2 days, we start shifting and we start burning what? We start burning fat. And listen, that booty, it's just evaporating. It's flaking off, flaking off. Let me show you my model again. Where'd it go? Where'd my fat model go? I dropped, there it is. Look here. See this? I'm going to show you something. After your first month on our program, because you're going to lose 10% in your first 30 days. All right? Then every day, see these marks? Even if you do it the slow way, if you do Shibboleth slow, see them marks? You're going to lose that much in a day. Chunk? Is that a lot? Chunk, 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 every day, just living the lifestyle. It's a flaking off, flaking off. Woo! I wish y'all got as excited about it as I do. I walk around somewhere, I'm smiling, and I'm thinking it's just a flaking off, a flaking off. That's how it comes off. Once you follow the program, because here's what we do. We create calorie deficit with which component? Your portion component that we taught. If you follow the portion component, we get in a calorie deficit. Insulin control. We control the fat bus, the fat storage hormone, so we're not storing fat with which component? Food combinations. Lastly, we get adequate protein to preserve muscle through food combinations and portion control. This is the holy grail of fat loss. This is all we do here, whether you're eating one of our recipes or a meal replacement that's approved, or Whole Foods combined yourself, eating at a restaurant, approved restaurant, we are accomplishing these things on a perfect day. And all you have to do is the right thing more than the wrong thing, and you will be successful, and you will get rid of this fat. You will be able to say, I have no more excess fat. You will be, once you get rid of the excess fat, you're going to look good in your clothes. You're going to look good. You're going to look good, feel good. You're going to get to go shopping in your closet for stuff that used to fit. Your husband is going to say, you're going to have to quit shopping. You're going to say, I had to, baby, because my clothes is falling off. Go shopping with me. Once you get rid of that, you can start getting into this reserve fat with exercise and supplementation. You got to hold on to some of that essential and a little bit of that reserve fat, but get rid of some of that reserve, and then you got them abs. They're there. You got abs. I used to say, I don't have abs. I got them. I just had to get rid of that layer of fat that was over on top of them. That was it. And then we get rid of that reserve fat. Now we're looking good naked. How many of you want to look good naked? N-E-double-K-E-D, raise your hand. If you'll lie about that, you'll lie about other things too. That's all there is to it. That's it. You just need a little time. Time is going to pass whether you do this or not. You might as well be doing it. Losing weight, the Shibboleth way, is easy. We just focus on what we can have and not on what we cannot have. Can I have a hamburger? The other night, Sasha made me a cheeseburger with a slice of tomato on it, some Healthy Life bread, and I dipped it in some macalata sauce that she made me. Lord have mercy. She'll have to tell you what's in it, but it sure was good. I dipped that cheeseburger in there, made my mouth water. I controlled insulin, spent that 24 hours in the perfect mode, and was burning fat. Ordered me a good old pizza the other day. One of the restaurants nearby said, I'm tired of pulling the toppings off. Would you get me in a cauliflower crust? They got me in a cauliflower crust with less than 5 net carbs. Got that pizza, meat lovers pizza, and eat it on that cauliflower crust. The other day, I made me that pumpkin spice shake with my GC control and drank that thing. It was felt like October. I'm in a hurry the other day, and I ate me a ProFlex bar. Tastes like a whatchamacallit. The other morning, I had 3 scrambled eggs and a Carb Quick biscuit, a little slice of cheese. Sure was good. One morning, I was in a hurry. I got me some Special K red berries, and instead of using regular milk, I used some fat-free Fairlife milk. Sure was good. The other night, I had some spaghetti. Had me some Fiber Gourmet pasta, lean ground beef, some Hunt's tomato sauce, McCormick sauce mix, put it in my portion control bowl. Sure was good. The other night, had some homemade chili with some Fiber Gourmet crackers instead of regular crackers, so I didn't get no honk fat, but sure was good. I'm just living in pleasure all the time. Focusing on what I can have, not on what I can't have. Want me to keep going? The other night, I had some unstuffed cabbage rolls in my portion control bowl. Sure was good. The other night, I had me some to die for roast over my rice cauliflower. Sure was good. Friend come down, went to the Me Hands Irish pub, had me some fish and chips, had me some slaw, called it a holiday. Sure was good. Y'all, there is nothing to this. I just told you how I lost 130 pounds. Did it sound like I was sacrificing? Not at all. Eating better food than I've ever eaten in my life. I just live with a little more discipline, a little more restraint. I know what's evil, white bread, white rice, white pasta, and all their kin folks. I bully them now. They don't bully me. I can still have them, but on a holiday. Holiday. I'm going to bring my remarks to a close. I'm sorry if I let you down tonight. We'll talk on them categories, get you caught up tomorrow. Talk about the thermic effect. We really are talking about the thermic effect of food, because when we eat protein and we eat fiber, we're getting more blood flow to the digestive system. We actually burn calories through digestion when we eat the Shibboleth way. Every meal can be exercise on a plate. Got a few questions. Hey, Michelle. Yes, Cindy, missed yesterday. They're all in your video library. You go to your video library in resources, and you'll find the recorded version within 24 hours typically. If you can't find it tomorrow, just go to the website and ask them. They'll give you a link, but it's right in your video library. I hope Kim's okay. Is something wrong with Kim? She was here. Did I miss something? Sasha, Cindy Hudgens is looking for this class from last night. And Sasha, is Kim okay? Somebody was asking, is Kim okay? Priscilla, can you still lose the 10% the first month and take the 6 holidays? You can. If you've got a lot of weight to lose, you'll still lose 10%. If you take 6 holidays and you only have, say, 20, 25 pounds to lose, you may not lose 10%, but you'll have fun doing it. You'll lose close to that. Yeah, Kim was here a little earlier. Anybody else? Any other questions? So let me go on and tell y'all, we got some bad news today. We know it's probably the Lord. It's probably good news, not bad news from the Lord. But our credit card processor, because we're changing our corporate and legal structure, said that they will not allow us to take lifetime memberships anymore. So we're going to we have the rest of the month to run a membership drive, and then our credit card processor will no longer allow us to do lifetime memberships. And that was a blow because people like the lifetime membership. So we've got to figure out a different way to do that. So we have the rest of the month to do it. Sasha, tell them I'm not saying that. This isn't a furniture store going out of business sale. Our credit card processor said no more lifetime memberships. They're going to make that illegal for weight loss and wellness companies. I'm telling you, there is an attack on small business. It is hard to do what we do already, and they just keep making it harder. Social media and banking regulations and things like that. So anyway, with that said, we're running out of time to do that. So we've got a very special for you until the end of the month. Go to www.shibbolethdeals.com. That's how you get, after you're done with Fast Track, that's how you get the Shibboleth Journey. That's how you get Tiger's Eye. That's how you get thousands of recipes, thousands of approved foods, hundreds of challenges, hundreds of meal plans. You get all those resources and you support a good mission. So yeah, you'll get to keep your lifetime. It's for people that are in the future who we might offer that to. They won't let us offer lifetime memberships anymore. It's an attack, I'm telling you. But you still will have your lifetime membership. Francine, you can always change your journal start date. But since there will be a lifetime membership, you're always going to have it. So you don't have to worry about your time of starting. Okay. But shibbolethdeals.com, lifetime membership, pay once and never pay again. We hope you'll become a partner and support our mission. It's really hard to do what we do, and I wish that more of our members would support our mission. We appreciate the ones that do. We try to give and give and give and give, but every once in a while we need something back in order to keep doing what we do. www.shibbolethdeals.com. You'll see an unbelievable price. www.shibbolethdeals.com. Anybody else before I go? Deborah, I don't have anything I can say tonight. We're working on it. Sasha, I'm not understanding. Travis, you have to add the webinar to that. Melanie's wanting to know how to spin the wheel. I don't think we're doing that challenge again, though, are we? I'll let Sasha jump in here. Oh, I got you. Sasha just, I had the wrong webinar. I got you. I see now. So it's this one. Glad you were listening. That one. ShibbolethDeals.com/webinar. Is that it? Let me just try to run it myself. Shouldn't pass this one up. Debbie Hamby, they after us. I'm telling you, they all making it so hard on small business. It's unbelievable, almost unbelievable. Sasha, it's not showing up for me, babe. Okay, so let me try it again. There it is. There you go. Maybe that's right. Yep, that's right. So huge special. Spread it. $49, y'all. It's crazy. 49 bucks. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Was what you got tonight, just what you got tonight, was that worth $49? Thank you, Elizabeth. Sasha and I, we pour our heart into this, and we need you. We need your help. We know this is what the Lord wants us to do, but we need our members to help us. We have only 131 partners out of 45,000 people. I don't know what else we can do. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for being a partner. All right. All hearts and minds clear? Thank you, Patrice. Colton he's a trooper. They moved him to a different hospital, so we're still praying. He's 4 pounds, but he's still got a tube in him, and we'll keep praying. Thank y'all. All right, everybody. I love you so much. Tell somebody about Shibboleth. Keep us going. We need you. Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate that. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.